What's up, boys? Welcome back to another video. We've made it to draft week. Today, I'm going to give you guys my top prospects in the 2022 NFL draft. There are some controversial guys in here that I really like a lot, so you guys should stick around and see what's going on in the NFL draft. I'm excited for it. Let's get right into it. We're going to go from 1 to 32. Basically the best first round prospects in my opinion. So let's get started with number 1. My top prospect in this draft, it is not Sam Howell. It is Neal, tackle out of Alabama. He is my number 1 player because he's very solid O-line, good run blocker, good pass protector, extremely incredible athlete. This dude is ginormous. He's versatile. He can play guard or tackle if you need him to. And it's just the best player available. He's the best value. So I'm not even opposed to him going number 1 overall to the Jags at this point. But number 1, he is my top prospect, Neal out of Alabama. Number 2, I got Aiden Hutchinson, edge rusher out of Michigan. He's my number 2 prospect. He just slightly edged out for my number 1 edge rusher prospect in this class, just above someone we'll get to in a minute. But yeah, really solid. Better athlete than you would think. Had great production at Michigan, Heisman candidate this past season. And yeah, he's a baller. He's going to be good wherever he ends up. Maybe Jacksonville at 1. If not, almost definitely Detroit. Number 3, I have Kvon tackle out of NC State. I just love this tackle class. I think this is one of the better tackle classes we've seen in recent years. I think all 3 of the big names, Kvon, Neal, and Charles Cross, are all up there with Penei Sewell last year. I mean, I think some of them are better, in my opinion. But that's just my evaluation. But here, Kvon, also a guy who's really good athlete. Fantastic run blocker, just an absolute baller on the line. Incredible athlete, had great production at NC State. Also is versatile. Can play guard or tackle if you need him to. Fantastic player, fantastic prospect. Number 4, I have Kvon Thibodeaux, edge rusher out of Oregon. The longtime consensus number 1 player in the class. Bumped down to 4. There are people that I know will have him lower than 4, and some people I'm sure that on rare occasion will have him higher than 4, but I like Kvon Thibodeaux. I think he's getting a lot of unnecessary hate, I guess. Being kind of a... I don't even know what people think he is. Think he's arrogant or something? Like, what in the world? Whatever. He's a great athlete, great prospect, fantastic at Oregon. He's a top 5 prospect, 100%. Number 5, Ahmed Sauce Gardner out of Cincinnati. He's my number 1 corner prospect. Above Derek Stingley, above Trent McDuffie, all those guys like that. But he was a beast at Cincinnati. Never allowed a touchdown in his... 3 or 4 year career at Cincinnati. A pretty big and long corner. Great in press coverage. He's going to be a great player. I think he fits really well with the Giants. Look for him to go maybe at 7 overall. Number 6, I'm going to go with Charles Cross, the last of the big 3 offensive linemen. Incredible pass protector. Great technique as a pass protector. Great technique as a pass protector, Wasn't asked to do much in the run blocking game, but he's got the size and athleticism and the strength to do that. So I think he's a fantastic prospect, another good athlete on the offensive line. This tackle class is just insane, man. At number 7, it's my boy, Sam Howell. I'm maybe higher on Sam Howell than any other human on earth. He's my quarterback 1. There's nothing that he does that shows me he's not. Sure, you could say he holds on to the ball too long. A little bit of sloppy footwork that could be easily fixed, but you cannot deny the talent in his arm, the talent in his legs as well. And his production was incredible. He had no help last year at Carolina besides Josh Downs. Offensive line wasn't helping him much. Although, yes, he does hold the ball too long. I'm not going to deny that. But that's not an end-all, be-all issue. He's a franchise quarterback. He's my top quarterback in this class. 7 overall on my board. Number 8, I have Kyle Hamilton, safety out of Notre Dame. There was a time this year where he would have been higher than this. But right now, based on the evaluation, his 40 time wasn't the best, of course, but it's not the end of it for him. But he's definitely still a top 10 prospect. He's an absolute ball hawk. He is all over the field, and he's a great prospect. So he's here at 8 for me. Number 9 is Trayvon Walker. Trayvon Walker's probably higher on other boards than he is mine. There are rumors that he could go as high as number 1 overall, which, yes, the upside's there. He's a good run defender, but the pass rush production, it wasn't there for me. I understand he's a great athlete, and that's why he's even in the top 10 here. But I would have liked to see much production at all at Georgia, but I don't know. I think Evan Neal kind of had his way with Trayvon Walker in the college football championship. And so, yeah, he's here at number 9. Good prospect, great athlete. We'll see how it goes. Number 10, my top wide receiver on the board is Garrett Wilson out of Ohio State. Can run all the routes. He's really deceptively fast. He's just a well-rounded, fantastic wide receiver. I think he looks a lot like Keenan Allen. Not looks like. Plays on on the field like Keenan Allen. So that's a great player if you're getting him at 10. Number 11, Derek Stingley Jr., maybe the highest upside corner in this draft. He was great as a freshman. Last 2 seasons he dealt with some injuries and just wasn't as good. But I mean, he's still a top prospect. Number 12, Trent McDuffie. And yes, Trent McDuffie right there behind Derek Stingley. I don't think he has quite the upside of Stingley, is why I put him there at 11 and McDuffie at 12. But I like Trent McDuffie a lot. I think he's more versatile than Stingley. I think he'd play safety, slot corner, outside boundary corner. He's a little small, but he's just so good. He's so good. So he's here at 12 for me. Number 13, I have Tyler Linderbaum. And honestly, based on the value of the position, he could be higher than this. He's a fantastic center prospect. A little on the smaller side, you could say, for an offensive lineman. But he's an extreme athlete. He's got a lot of strength in that smaller type frame that he has, and he's had incredible production at Iowa. 14, we got Drake London out of USC, the second-ranked wide receiver for me. He's a go up and get it, contested catch type of wide receiver. And he did get injured last year, but he's looking like the best receiver in college football before his injury. Number 15, we got Jermaine Johnson, edge rusher out of FSU, who just ate up the Senior Bowl. He is my 4th-ranked edge rusher, but he was debatably the best player overall at the Senior Bowl, and he was good at Florida State as well. So I got him here at 15. 16, we got George Karlaftis, big, strong, explosive edge rusher out of Purdue. He's my 5th-ranked edge rusher in this class. Had great production as a freshman and junior. And he's just a big bully of an edge rusher who's going to get some problems to tackles that have poor anchors. So he's going to be here at 16 for me. Number 17, got Zion Johnson out of Boston College. He could play any of the interior offensive line positions. Well, he was trying to learn center on the fly at the Senior Bowl. Guard, plug and play, lockdown, incredible fit in almost any situation. Zion Johnson's a great prospect. Number 18 is where my second quarterback comes off the board. It's Malik Willis, simply based on upside. But Malik Willis, he's got the leg, he's got the arm, but the production wasn't there in college. It just wasn't great. The film isn't great, but the potential is just oozing out of this kid. He's also reportedly a great human being. So yeah, I like him here at 18 as my second-ranked quarterback. Number 19, we have the unicorn of the draft, debatably, Jordan Davis. Massive, 6'6", 340 or whatever. He's just an enormous human being, and he is incredibly athletic for that size. Like the best athlete ever to be that size in all seriousness. Jordan Davis, he's going to play nose tackle, he's going to eat up blocks and stop the run. Got a little bit of pass rushing upside in there too. Number 20, we got Devante Wyatt. Speaking of pass rushing upside, I love Devante Wyatt here. He's a great athlete as well. I mean, this Georgia defensive line was disgusting. Devante Wyatt, Trayvon Walker, Javon Carter, not Javon Carter, who's Jalen Carter is coming out next year. And of course, the guy we just talked about previously, Jordan Davis. Number 21, I got Trevor Pening out of Northern Illinois. Also, this is the draft of athletes, bro. I'm telling you. These athletes on the offensive line and in the draft overall this year are special compared to years previous. He's got some technical issues, but he was good at Northern Iowa. He's a penalty machine, but he is a mauler, and he loves to play physical. Let's just say that. Number 22, we got Treylon Burks, who is just a light version, not light, but a probably not as good version of like an A.J. Brown or a Deebo Samuel type guy. But he can make plays. He's gonna probably be in the slot if I had to guess. If he had a better combine, he'd be higher this list for me. But yeah, he's here at 22. 23, Jameson Williams, wide receiver out of Alabama. He was maybe going to be my top wide receiver prospect before the ACL tear, which I get isn't that big of a deal anymore with modern medicine. But he's going to be here at 23 for me. Absolute burners. 24, we got our first linebacker, Devin Lloyd. He's so well-rounded. He's the, who am I thinking of? He's kind of like the Evan Neal of linebackers. He's a pretty good athlete, but he's so well-rounded. Good pass rusher, good run stopper. I think he can be decent in coverage as well, but he's a really good prospect here. One of the safer guys in the draft. Bernhard Raimann is my next player, tackle out of Central Michigan. He's an older prospect, but he's only been playing tackle for a couple of years, so there is upside there. I thought he looked pretty good at the Senior Bowl. Incredible tape in college, so he's going to be here 25. 26 is David Ojabo, and he's a guy who would probably be a little bit higher on this list if it wasn't for the injury, but I didn't really penalize him too much for the injury. I really didn't. Maybe 3 or 4 spots, but David Ojabo, all the upside in the world, not a run stopper at all right now, but the pass rushing upside is just so immense that it's going to be hard to pass up, maybe mid-second round at the latest. Next is 27, Matt Corral, my third-ranked quarterback out of Ole Miss. Yes, he ran an RPO-heavy scheme, but he can run. He's got an arm on him as well. I love the way he throws the ball. I don't know what it is. Something about it, it just looks like a beautiful, pretty ball. So I think there's definitely a lot of work to do with Matt Corral. I don't think he's ready to start right away or anything, but the potential is there. I think he'd be really good in the NFL. Number 28, we got Andrew Booth Jr. out of Clemson, my next ranked cornerback. And he is a ball hawk. He likes to go up and get it in like a wide receiver type way at the cornerback position. High upside guy, former 5-star recruit out of Clemson. Number 29, we got Chris Olave, incredible route runner, incredible burners on him. He's one of the safer wide receiver prospects, if I had to say, in the draft. I don't think he has maybe the tremendous upside of some of the other guys. That's why he's here at 29, but really good, solid player here. Number 30, I got Arnold Ebiketie out of Penn State. He's an older edge rusher, but he's really refined at his edge rushing technique. He's going to get to the quarterback right away coming into the league. He's a really good pro-ready prospect. Number 31, I got Daxton Hill out of Michigan. I listed at DB. I think he's best fit at free safety because his range is incredible, but he can also thump. If you know, I'm going to stop. But he can also hit guys. Played a lot of slot corner at Michigan, but I like him at deep safety. He's here at 31 for me. And with the final player in this rankings video, we have Nakobe Dean, linebacker out of Georgia. He knows the game of football unlike many linebackers I've ever seen. He's not Luke Kuechly or anything, but he takes really great route to the ball carrier. He can be good in coverage. We don't know about his testing necessarily from this past, from the off season, So there's some question marks there, and he is a little bit small, which is why he's this low. But purely football skill and knowledge, he'd be higher in this list. But yeah, that's it for the video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And who am I too high on? Who am I too low on? Who do I leave out that you love? Let me know in the comments down below. Please like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, do all that YouTube stuff, and I will see you guys in the next one.